camera, sound, marker, and action. Welcome to Tabletop Cinema, where we bring together the worlds of filmmaking, tabletop role-playing, and video games. I'm your host Mikey, a freelance filmmaker, tabletop RPG game master, and variety streamer on Twitch. And today we are doing another unscheduled stream because we want to progress with the Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail main scenario quest, the main story of the new expansion of the critically acclaimed MMO, Final Fantasy XIV. Some of my guildmates have already finished the story. But it is meant to be savored. We don't get an expansion often. It's only every 3-ish years, right? Welcome in Vanwa, Zen, and Lady L. Lady L is here, my friends. Lady L's a streamer we discovered when we raided out from Bonebreaker, so we go within those circles. Lady L is also a fellow Shepherd and Mass Effect player, and last I was there, they were currently going through their own Mass Effect playthrough. So if you are a fan of Mass Effect and the cozy streams all over, go ahead and check out Lady L. It's the least I could do, Lady L. Welcome in, thank you for dropping by, and thank you for those little cat emotes. It's so adorable. I too am a fellow lover of cats. So let's go ahead and just start it. Yeah, as I said, some of my FC mates have already finished the game. It's not a race, right? But people did actually take leave from work to dedicate time here to just devour it all so they can function like a regular human being again. So last episode, our promise, the candidate for the throne, our new friend, the person we are supporting in this contest for the throne, Woklamat, has been kidnapped. And so we are banding together with another candidate who so happens to be Woklamat's brother, Kona. And Kona has revealed himself to be a very protective older brother. So we're gonna help out Woklamat. And I remember him, he did lose his temper, he did lose his cool, but he was very sincere, saying that what worth is the throne if he loses his sister's life, right? So he cares and loves Woklamat. I wasn't a fan of how she got, the whole setup of the whole kidnapping, because it just didn't make sense to me from a writing perspective, but I'm over it. Hopefully things start to get more exciting, because it has been a slow burn, for sure. Do I say Mikey or Tabletop Cinema? Or thank you for asking, Lady L. Mikey or Tabletop is fine. I got it, I'm happy with our stream name, but I also did realize that for some people it's kind of weird calling someone like a table or a tabletop, but I got used to it. So Mikey or Tabletop is fine. Shall I continue to call you Lady L? Or call him TTC? Actually, no one ever calls me that, but that's also a possibility. Okay. I may have put rescuing Lamati, that is Woklamat, a term of endearment, Lamati. It's like a family nickname. I may have put rescuing Lamati ahead of my own progress, but do not take that to mean I've given up on the contest. You understand how important she is to me. Yet regardless of how close we were, I would have made the same choice. After all, if I am incapable of saving my sister while also winning the throne, then I am not fit to inherit our father's heavy mantle. We also learned that this whole contest thing, they did dispel our concerns about it being an actual contest for the throne. It is more a journey to cultivate ideal leaders slash rulers to teach them valuable lessons if they are open to learning. But the final decision actually still remains with the current leader. So after this whole competition is done, if there's no worthy successor, Gulul actually is the Gulul, the current leader, is actually just gonna say, he's not gonna let go of the throne yet until he finds a proper successor. Lady L is fine, or Lady is fine, or LLL. Cool J. Well, bad joke. Let's get. We are here for all types of humor, Lady L. You're in good company here. Lady L, then. Sounds very like a fancy, like, good evening, Lady L. A brother's duty. Right. Feeding the river. So Thancred is currently tracking the whereabouts of Fuklaman. Kona wishes to gather your companions for the upcoming rescue mission. We need to gather our forces. But yeah, I'm actually curious. Lady L. I'm sure there's a history behind that. Firstly, allow me to brief everyone on our present situation. So Bakul Jaja's behind it, one of the other promises. Thus, at the very least, we believe these Hubigo knows where Lamati has been taken. Thancred is shadowing their boat even as we speak, and I should like to join him with all haste. Unfortunately, our quarry had the foresight to release your Punutui from its harness, leaving us without a means to give pursuit. Erenville, as an expert on wildlife, what are our chances of recapturing the beast? You want it to have a short name? You've always liked the word lady. Yeah, Lady L has there's a ring to it. Like, I would remember it. With the right mix of feed, it can be done. I should like an extra hand to help scatter it about, however. Would you accompany him, Karen? Meanwhile, the rest of us should work on getting the harness repaired. It appears to have been damaged when the Punutui was let loose. With all the peddlers here in camp, we should have little trouble purchasing replacement materials. As for any necessary metalwork, Earthenshire's artisans are but a short work away. Then let us divide the tasks and have at it. Adapted for online games due to being too common. Yeah, and I really hope you're okay with still being called Vano. I remember I did ask this before when during our earlier streams, like during Anno Mutation M, it did come up. But I just got used to Vanoa, so it's been like almost 3 years. It's insane. And still here we are. Hopefully getting better for you guys, slowly but surely. I really hope so. There was an unusually aggressive herd of wild punutis downriver. So our girl will have fled in the opposite direction. Come, we'll try the waters upriver. Oh, for those who haven't seen it, we got the mount delivered, finally. Look at that. She purrs like a kitten. Kinda, there's hope for sure. Oh, like us getting better at streaming? I do hope so. Erenville. I mean, we're always trying to be better, right? Don't want to be too complacent. Assuming our Punutui has come this way, she'll be hiding in the depths of Marsh Ligaka. We'll need to lure her back to the shallows with the promise of food. Wild punutis eat mainly aquatic grasses and plants, but the tame ones are often fed vegetable scraps. Knowing this, I added leftovers to the feed I prepared. This should help the mixture stand out against the marsh's natural scents. State of things in general, yeah, things could be better. Definitely things could be better. Ligaka is crawling with predators, however, so I'll leave it to you to scatter feed damper in. I'll be waiting for you near the shallows with the rest of our punutis' enticing feast. Yeah, that's why the motorcycle really reminds you of that. That's why I felt like it suited this environment. And also, we get a cute plush toy in front. I mean, look at that. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Indy with his dad, right? Sean Connery. They're like running away and everything. I think it is a similar model. I mean, the motorcycle, I'm not very knowledgeable with motorcycles, but it does look like a motorcycle from that era. And actually, it does fit two people. If you have a party member, they can ride here, but they stand on the... They don't replace Alpha. Alpha's the plush toy here. They actually stand here on the tire, and they hang on for for dear life. So I like these multi-seater mounts. Oop. Oh right. Southeast. So there is probably an aether current there, but it's fine. We need to catch up. Punuti feed. This pungent punuti feed. Punuti? Contains a mix of aquatic plants and vegetable scraps. You scatter Erenville's punuti seed along the water's edge. Oh, it's Erenville. All set? I've just finished laying out the last of the bait. Step back out of sight and leave the rest to me. Here she is. The man's in his element. Shh. There's nothing to be afraid of. We just need your help one last time. You're hungry, I wager. Come on, come with me. Yes, there's a good girl. Oh, it flies. Hovers. We'll be fine, I think. I'll give her a few more treats, then lead her over to the boat. You can let Kona know we have our punity back. Oh, it mews! Mew! The Punuti seems comforted by Erenville's scent. I wonder what Erenville smells like. Shh. Everything's alright now. Being alone in a strange river must have been frightening for you. Ernville has the Punuti in hand then? Good. I expected nothing less from a certified cleaner. As for the harness, we were able to purchase all the parts we need. The Leveilleur twins are over in Earthenshire right now having the Potsworn make the repairs. I'm told it shouldn't take long. We'll be ready to embark on our rescue mission as soon as we hear from Tancred. That is fast. We are level... Actually, a way to tell how close you are to finishing is our level. We're 93 out of 100. My god. Sibling rescue. Kona is nervously awaiting call from Tancred. Tancred must know something by now. Speak of the devil. You found her. Understood. Thank you. I had but to invoke his name. Tancred followed the Hubigo's boat to its destination and confirmed that they are indeed holding my sister captive. They, of course, being Bakul Jaja and his minions. I swear, I will make them regret this. Lamati is in rich leaf tunnels. The moment the harness is repaired, we strap in the Punuti and make our way down Ihukyak to Ihuyak. Sorry. We make our way back down Ihui Katumu. Listed Eastern European summertime as your streaming time. Are you talking about the one in the panels? Thankfully, the one in the schedule, the timer I use in the panels, and Twitch schedule itself, it automatically adjusts to your time zone. So it's super convenient. It's like that time zone converter we use in Confluence, Discord. It's super convenient. So people see it in their local time.
She's unharmed, but we best not dally.
Handwritten in the description? Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I looked at those. She's been keeping her there. Look at this third-rate villain.
Spit on these pathetic feats. Far more satisfying to claim the baubles by force.
Now again, we learned that the contest isn't about...
Fosentin poured his everything into that stone. You've no right to touch it.
Oh, was that the name of your artisan? How could you allow something so precious to be stolen?
You thieving cheat! You're no true claimant.
What does that make the foolish kitty who fell into my trap? If pitiful roars were all it took to claim the throne, you'd be first in line.
So there's no way Bakul Jaja's gonna become the Dawn servant.
Now, brother. You shouldn't tease her. Look, the poor thing's on the verge of tears. Meow. Someone save me.
Oh, sorry, I misread. You were replying to Lady L. Sorry, yeah. You guys are in the same time zone, I believe. Sorry, I didn't see that it is a I thought you were like talking to me, but I didn't see the replying to part. Ignore what I said. Ignore what I said.
Who did that?
Damn, he just shot him already.
His scales are as thick as his skulls.
He was just gonna headshot the guy. He was just trying to kill him right then and there.
Coward! You dare ambush me?
Tis the blessed sibling's favorite tactic.
That useless Bune was sycophant. He was supposed to keep the lackeys running in circles.
He's just like,
You must tell me all about that.
yeah, just unload your magazine on him. Let's go.
Careful now. You wouldn't want to hit her.
That is the risky though. I forgot. We do have a host. They do have a hostage. Okay, maybe we should have thought. I forgot about the hostage situation. Yo, Ponder, we're just about to beat up some baddies. I mean, typical stuff, right?
That one's not to be underestimated.
Look how much of a badass we are.
They can do nothing while we have.
Oh, that's our sneak attack. Okay. Okay, we did think about this. Sorry.
Impeccable timing.
Welcome in, Ponder. Again, if you do need to dip out for spoilers, I totally understand. But I'm so happy you're back to streaming, Ponder.
Aye, thanks to you.
Ponderkind is one of my absolute favorite streamers. I spend a lot of time over there every weekday. Ponderkind does stream every weekday, and they've been back celebrating their Twitch anniversary. Was it an affiliate anniversary? Happy affiliate anniversary, Ponder. I was out, so I couldn't really participate, but when I got home, of course, I wanted to lurk, give some support, and welcome you back. So check out Ponderkind. An awesome streamer with an awesome community. You will not regret just hanging out there. I hope our energy is worth absorbing. I try. It has been our own affiliate anniversary is coming up soon as well. It has been 3 years. You know, it has been slow but steady, and I would never expect it to be here, but you know, I still got some fight in me. I really appreciate that, Ponder. Again, and hope you are feeling better after all that. Thank you for also sharing the whole process with the cyberpunk machine and all that. Like, technology is an amazing thing. It's some insight into what's going on in Ponder's life. That is really cool, and can't wait for the next one, Ponder. We're just trying to catch up, man. They know some of my guildmates are already done with Dawntrail. It's like, how?
These weaklings think they can defy us. We'll slaughter the lot of them.
I can't take this guy seriously.
The keystone is ours. There is no need to fight this day. And Zoralja has left us hurting.
No! I won't stop until I gut these maggots and feed them their entrails.
Okay, let's go. Let's just kill him now. Insane heat recently resurrected due to finding the old small air conditioning fan. The heroic small air conditioning fan.
Our siblings for nothing.
I remember you were talking about the heat during our confluence session. That's why you were dressed like that. Must be really hot over there. It's like summer for you guys already. It got worse? God damn. Don't forget to hydrate. I should have a hydrate. Like, I should have a redeemed for like chat should hydrate. Like, I see some streamers with that redeem, like, chat hydrate. 36 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that is a high point. And it's like late afternoon for you guys, right? So that's really bad because 36 degrees Celsius was our daytime heat. But at least nighttime it loads lower, but apparently not for you guys. That's That sounds very uncomfortable. Fight, 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 fight!
No, brother.
Oh, it was a daytime heat. Okay, so... Yeah, now we're taking turns. Thankfully, our heat hasn't been as bad recently, but we were getting up to like 38 degrees Celsius and feels like the feels like thing is the important one, right? So for us to start to feel like 40 plus degrees Celsius. So if that's what it's listed as, it probably even feels hotter. No! Damn it. Well, all of that work will lead to something good. It will be worth it in the end. Is he gonna flashbang us?
Damn you, Bakul Jaja!
Are you kidding me? Why do villains get smoke bomb and flashbang privilege? He really is like a third-rate villain. Like, flashbang. And then...
Namachi is safe. And that is what matters.
And if you wanted comedy, you would see them like still there. They'd be like running right there in the background. Huh? Oh, from catching Lamati. Okay. Success? Well, that was an annoying detour. Well, at least it was for the siblings. It is to push the sibling arc. I'm glad to see you unharmed, Lamati. They're siblings, by the way. Thanks again for coming to my rescue, Kona. And all of you too. Bakul Jaja must be desperate indeed to resort to such aggressive tactics. I shouldn't have been so careless. I underestimated him and it cost me a keystone. Fontaine upended his life so that I could accomplish the Moblin's feat. He believed in me, believed in my cause, and I've let him down. The contest isn't over yet. The contest isn't over yet. You're right. It's not over till it's over. The next time I meet that brute, I'll knock him straight on his scaly behind and take back my keystone. Speaking of vengeance, didn't Bakul Jaja curse some useless Bunewa sycophant when he caught sight of us? A reference to Cyril Ja, I would assume. He's devoted to our brother, and is the only Bunewa I know of participating in the rite of succession. If Zoral Ja was somehow involved in this, I will never forgive him for putting our sister in danger. He will have forfeited his right to be called brother. Well, yeah. What kind of brother would do that to their own sibling? Bakul Jaja should face punishment, of course. But so must the bandits who had the temerity to abduct Lamati. I shall request that fathers in the contingent of Landsguard to enforce the law in this region. I agree that measures need to be taken to keep travelers safe. But I wonder what pushed these people towards a life of banditry in the first place. If we dig deeper, we might find a way to improve things for everyone. Yeah, that's how I'm treating this current part of the story now. It's like, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling warriors of light and her Shibral. God. Tis something to think about. For now, however, the rite continues. I thank you all for your help. We should be moving on as well. Are you feeling fit to travel, Wuklamat? You bet I am. Zoral just gained a good head start, and it's time we clawed back some lost ground. Man, I cannot wait for the fallout. When one of the bad guys... I'm pretty sure one of the bad guys will win the contest on paper. I cannot wait for the reveal to them that it wasn't a contest at all. Psych. Blood is gonna be shed. The Wuklamat I once knew would have been inconsolable at the loss of a keystone. This journey, and your companionship, is doing her a world of good. Kona is a picture of composure and rationality, except when it comes to matters concerning Wuklamat's safety. Far be it from me to fault a brother for being productive, but still. True. Nobody knows that it's up to a judge. But it was posed to everyone, like the public facing is, whoever unlocks the seal to the Golden City becomes Dawn's servant. That is just an outright lie. Though they share a single body. But again, I guess that's why we're trusting the writers, because it really was meant to be like a nonsensical game, a performance, but a journey, and that they ought to learn and grow from. But of course, it brings out the worst of people. So now we see people like Bakul Jaja and Zoralja. It also weeds them out because the competition is making them do bad things. So that's already like, nah, you're not fit to rule. So I kind of get it from that perspective. Because now we know there is a judge at the end who will be like, what did you learn on your journey? Did you make any friends along the way? No. Did you do bad things? Yes. You're not fit to rule. Yeah, it won't work a second time. So that's why this is a very unique situation, because this nation is actually, Tuliolal as we know it, is very young. This is their first ruler as a united nation. So this is the first fight for succession. Though they share a single body, it's obvious Bakul Jaja has two minds when you see one head calming the other head down. His personalities are as distinct as two individuals could be. We'll need to take that keystone back from Bakul Jaja before we arrive at the City of Gold. He'll not relinquish it without a fight, though. So this is just a one and done thing. Whatever happens to the succession, they're definitely gonna have to incorporate something else. I really am sorry this happened. From now on, I won't let my guard down around suspicious strangers. And again, I do appreciate you all coming to save me. History's keepers. Yes, let's meet the giants now, please. The road beckons, friends. Let's be on our way to Yokui. Then it's back to where the path through the mountains begins. You remember the spot where you were tricked into walking off with Waukesa? Oh, way to rub it in. Just going to rub my face in it like that, eh? It is also our fault for not being vigilant and just being... Like, it is just so out of character for our party, but whatever. They needed to insert brotherly love at some point, but they could have done it in a more convincing way. I wonder if he's raising my hackles on purpose though. You know, trying to keep my anger directed at him instead of myself. You know what, Wuklamat, you might be onto something. Either way, we can't be standing around here all day. We have a lot of lost time to make up for. Tuliolal. Where are they? All the way there. Alright, let's go meet the giants. I want to see some giants. I want to know why they just decided to stop their conquest. Did probably Galul Jaja just like talk to them and they're like, yeah, you know what, conquest is bad, and then they just fucked off and went back home. That's probably what happened, judging this guy's godly persuasion checks. All the stories we've heard so far of Lamati's father and Kona's father, the current ruler, is basically he goes there, he talks to them, he convinces them of a better way, and then that's it. Happy ending. He literally went to these guys and say, "Did you know indentured servitude is bad? You would be better if you made the people you kidnap, if you properly pay them, make them work. Like if you ask for their consent and pay them well, their work will be better. Try it out." And then they did, and they're like, "Oh, these works are better. Indentured slavery is bad." And then they changed their ways. Those bandits must have been watching us from the moment we stepped off the riverboat. I knew I felt eyes on us. Yeah, they really were observing us. Sir Old Jaw will not have been wasting time while we were busy tussling with Bakul Jaja. Need to hurry. Erenville said this path will take us all the way to Urkopacha Highlands, didn't he? Where is Erenville? Huh? I couldn't leave without letting Ready Rock know what happened, so I stopped in Earthenshire to say a few words before moving on. And now Erenville's nowhere to be seen. Couldn't he wait a few more moments? Oh no, now Erenville was kidnapped. Huh. So much for giving him the benefit of the doubt. Come on, let's catch up. I want to give that smug gleaner a piece of my mind. How it should have ended. How much more money will it cost? No. Oh, that's the thing. Oh, what the? What was that? It's like a musical bunny robot mount. Sorry, I got distracted. How much more money will it cost? Thankfully, they did address that in that. It is like a win-win. It is just everything was right for that conversation, that negotiation. It's like, okay, they're sad and they're not paid well, so their work is bad. Therefore, you're not able to sell it at a profit. If you made them happier, you will be able to. They will make better stuff, and you can sell them for better prices, and you will be rich. And then that's what convinced them. And now they're known as the best goldsmiths and metalsmiths in Tuliolal. I worried Wuklamat would agonize over the loss of her keystone, but it seems I had nothing to be concerned about. Onwards and upwards then. Alright, new zone. Oh, wow. There are 40 plus instances of this map. That is a lot of people questing. I've never seen instances go up to like the 40s. Like when I was in Endwalker, maybe dozens, but like 40 plus? Holy crap. Seems those buildings up ahead are the village we're headed for. The Yokui have a deep connection to the legend of the Golden City. This visit will allow us to ask them about it directly. We have to be quite high up by now, which makes me wonder how much higher the summit of Wokor Zomor must be. Oh right, we are climbing up. I've never climbed so high before. I'll tell Elrenville off once I catch my breath. Altitude sickness is real. Don't underestimate it. As I'm sure you've noticed, the air grows thin at this elevation. Take it slow until your body adjusts. Deep breaths. Drink plenty of water. Eat some chocolate. A few more steps and we'll be in Warlar's Echo. Oh, look at this! Actually, I should be paying attention to the world design. Accessibility. I was wondering, oh, am I just gonna like use the motorcycle up the stairs? No, there's a ramp for wheelchair access and motorcycles. I knew the path led here, but I've never set foot in this village myself. Everything here is giant-sized, but that structure in the back is on a different scale altogether. A temple of some kind, mayhaps. Thank the gods they have an aetherite. I don't fancy the idea of trudging up the mountain trail a second time. Chilly air, stout stone construction. If I squint a bit, I might think I was in Ishgard for a moment. Phew. I think I'm getting used to the air up here. Those are the giants? So this is the place from the Lay of Proof, where Papa met with the Yokui. Oh, okay. And that must be them. I don't think I've ever actually seen one outside of a picture. So it is for most Turali. The giants rarely visit the lowlands. Here, in their mountain fastness, they tend to the solemn duty they pledge to undertake in their pact with the Dawn Servant. To watch over the Tural Vidral Valigarmanda and maintain its prison within their temple. That is wow. The Valigarmanda is like this calamity destruction level creature. So they couldn't kill it, so they just sealed it. So these guys are maintaining the seal. I'm pretty sure it's gonna break at some point in the story. Ah yes, Wuklamat told us about the Tural Vidral. Creatures that live for far longer than normal and awaken to strange powers. Indeed. Yet even among those anomalies, Valigarmanda is unrivaled in strength. It has endured for centuries, bringing catastrophe each time it emerges from its lair. As you learn the Lay of Ice, it was Gulul Jaja who at last managed to imprison the beast, and it has lain dormant in the temple ever since. It's said the building still bears a gaping hole in its ceiling from when Valigarmanda was lured inside by Gulul Jaja's final ploy. I'd like to see the strongest of all Tural Vidral. I wonder what it is like to fight it. Warlar's Echo was where both the Lay of Proof and the Lay of Ice took place. Does this not suggest we'll be facing 2 feats this time? Yeah, let's accelerate our progress. Let's get 2 in 1. We only have like 3 keystones and we lost 1. We have like 4 more to go. 5 more now. 5 again. That's a question we can ask the Elector once we find him. Or maybe we should flush out Bakul Jaja first so I can beat my keystone out of him. Identifying the Dawn Servant's Elector should be our priority. I suppose we do still have 4 keystones to earn. And no matter what we do, the contest will pit us against him sooner or later. Oh wait, 4 more? So we get 2 from here and then just 2 left. Alright, let's seek out the Elector. Then I suggest we pay a visit to Karyorzar the Gracious, or so their temple is called. The Moblins told me that High Luminary Gurfurler is to be found there. If we were to ask someone for information, then he seems a wise choice. Gurfurler. Huh. Oh my gosh, look at this alligator. Right? Oh, a crocodile with a shorter snout. Yeah, it's a croc, I think. Tarafar. I wonder what the naming conventions are inspired by. Yard Jorzur. We'll need permission to enter the temple, but I expect it won't be a problem for the third promise. Is it taboo to request entrance to the temple, you think? The temple gods have been watching us most intently. One does not stroll freely into Valigarmanda's prison, it seems. I understood that reference. While this is certainly an impressive building, it doesn't seem the sort of structure one would build to hold a Tural Vidral.
Who are you? What business have you at Karyozar the Gracious?
Let's see if I can convince the guards to let us through. I am Wuklamat, third promise of Tuliolal, and I seek your elector for the right of succession. May I speak with Gurfurlor?
The High Luminary has granted admittance to the claimants. You may enter.
Huh, that was easier than expected. In we go then. God, is that... Ay, Valigarmanda. Oh no, it's the... supposed to be the Quetzalcoatl analog, right? Inspired. This whole thing, Valigarmanda. Welcome. I'm really curious how they convinced the giants to just stop their conquest and become guards. High Luminary Gurfurlor?
He is not here at present. I am Luminary Zormurwar.
This is the Sky Ruin. Valigarmanda?
It is. The Tural Vidral whose name has evoked terror since time immemorial. Even my people, once conquerors of all beneath the sun, were as brittle leaves before Valigarmanda's tempestuous power. When the Sky Ruin descended upon Urkopacha 8 decades ago,
it hasn't even been a century.
the casualties were staggering. Had Gulul Jaja and his companions not intervened, we would have been slaughtered to the last.
Oh, they saved them.
Their titanic battle with Valigarmanda raged for 10 days and 10 nights. As their foe fought on, tireless and relentless, our heroes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. Thus did the head of reason concoct a desperate plan. Ulul Jaja tricked the Sky Ruin into losing control of its own ice magics, causing the unwitting Tural Vidral to encase itself in frozen ether.
And it's been like this ever since. Nice work, Papa. But what happens if the ice ever melts?
That same question looms large in our minds, for the magic sustaining this prison grow weaker with each passing year. Shoot? Valigarmanda commands powers of fire and lightning and ice. Some believe that the violence of the recent storm was the result of those energies slipping free.
So there's an impending cataclysm.
That raging tempest from Valigarmanda. Setting future worries aside,
Yeah, climate change. Setting future worries aside, let's go back to the contest.
you are come to attempt the feat of proof, yes? The High Luminary, chosen Elector of the Dawnsend, has left me with instructions for all aspiring claimants. You are to scour our forbidding mountains and find the waiting Gurfurlur. That is to be your challenge.
So the search itself is the feat. We're just gonna ignore the fact that this cataclysm is gonna break free soon. It's probably one of the... Oh, it's gonna probably take another 80 years. We're fine. Climate change isn't real. Jeez. You've already spoken with my brothers, I take it?
I have. Their expeditions are underway.
Then we'd better pick up the pace. Aye, but we'll need the direction and search in first. Let's see what hints we can gather from the villagers. So I guess in repayment for saving them, they decided to watch over. Like, I guess maybe no one wanted to help them because they were conquerors, right? But I think Galul Jaja knew the stakes of the world. You know, the world was at stake. So it's like, damn it, we have to intervene. And as united peoples, they defeated Valigarmanda. Or sealed Valigarmanda. I've encountered many extraordinary creatures in Eorzea and elsewhere, but long has it been since I felt such an overwhelming presence, like 1,000 dagger points prickling my skin. As large as the Yokhui are, seeking blindly for one in the expanse of these mountains would be an exercise in futility. We need more information. Tural Vidral sounds an awful lot like the auspices of the Far East. Yeah, same thought. Are they the same thing under a different name, do you think? Probably. I sense the recent expulsion of a great deal of ether from Valigarmanda's prison. The ice will hold for but a few years more, I fear. So that's what the next Dawn Servant is going to inherit. The impending, I don't know, heat death of the universe. Gods, Valigarmanda is enormous. I know Papa had friends with him. But it's incredible he could hold his own against that thing. Should its prison ever fail though, we can't expect the old guard to come running. It'll be up to us to save the day. Yeah, no pressure. I should just get food actually because of the... This is barely anything. It's like what, 500 gil to sell? 3% XP. Freshly caught urko trout sprinkled with salt and roasted on a stick over a fire. If we want to pass this feat, it looks like we've got more climbing ahead of us. I forgot to eat. The feat of proof. Alphino would share a strategy for information gathering. As we've just been informed, the feat of proof required us to seek the High Luminary Gorfurlor somewhere upon these mountains. However, if earlier feats are any indication, we must assume the challenge precludes the Yokui from answering our questions in a straightforward manner. Thus, I would ask that you pay close attention while attempting to divine Gorfurlor's whereabouts. Though the giants may not give us a precise location, there may be clues hidden within their words. Such is my theory, anyway. Let us see what we can discover. Yorgare War. The High Luminary? No, I've not seen him today. Now let me ask you a question. That Shabral who came out of the temple earlier, was that really the third promise? She seems rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Gulul Jaja? Zoral Ja was far more impressive. He exudes the same sense of indomitable strength as his father. Not the kind of ruler we need. Oh, look at Kryl. She can fit in a... Their mugs are Lalafell sized. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this difference. I'll take a screenshot. Sorry, I wasn't centered. And there we go. Sorry, just cleaning up the screenshot. Delete. From what I've seen of them so far, the Yokui seem gentle and reserved people. When you finish tassing around, we can meet back where we started. Asking after the High Luminary as well, are you? I know not where to find him, but I do hope you have the opportunity to speak together. He is a great man, with a deep reverence for our traditions. These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. They are records of lives lived. Your arrival too I will etch into the stone, that the story of our meeting may endure for untold turnings of the sun. If you are curious about our ways, then I bid you visit Proof to the northwest of here. It is one of our grave sites. Go to Proof. The stones will help you understand my people. They grow corn here too. It's a common crop wherever you go, including up north in Saktural. I'm looking for the others. Alice and Wuklamat. The Yokhui are bigger than I imagined. Side by side, they'd even make a Hanu look small. This wall is covered in Yokhui writing. I wonder what it says. Tuliolan. No, you are from farther away than that, I think. As for the High Luminary, I can only guess where he might be. He's warder of the Sky Ruin, but also keeper of the sepulchres, and his duties often take him outside the village. As we received a few visitors, it is not often that I speak to Raleigh. I am glad for the chance to keep in practice. Ooh, wow, we are getting closer. First things first, was anyone able to coax forth a definite... First things first, was anyone able to coax forth a definite location for the High Luminary? Definite. What's wrong with me? Definitive. As expected, what then of clues or other hints that might point us in the right direction? I heard that in addition to his usual duties, Gorfurlor is also charged with keeping the graves. As did I. The Yokhui sepulchres appear to hold a special significance in their culture. But would it be appropriate for us outsiders to enter into their burial grounds? Proof, you say? And he encouraged you to visit this place yourself? Then let's go take a look. Even if we don't fight Gorfurlor there, it'll give us the chance to learn more about the Yokhui. The gravesite is somewhere northwest of here. Well, we can leave from that side of the village from a start. Shall we? Ooh, look at this. People are flying already. Wow. The others have gone ahead to proof, following the trail west. There are sharp drops everywhere, so we're all moving at our own pace. Some of us are not built for craggy terrain. No, we pop those small legs. I thought to get my bearings from up here first so I don't stumble off a cliff. Why don't you try catching up to Erenville? He should be able to point you in the right direction. Is that proof? Way over there? That? Maybe. Or that. You want to ride in the sidecar, Kryle? You just pick up Kryle. Oh shoot. No. Accidentally dismounted. Oh, don't tell me it's up there. Whoa. I feel like the draw distance is more impressive in this expansion. Like things actually seem far away, and those are places we might actually go to. Oh, volcano? West. Northwest. There you are. Nice view. North. Ah, crap. I died. What? Wait, I didn't... My resurrection points to Crystarium. Well, that is embarrassing. Did not expect. Take two. Alright, good luck at the webinar. Thank you for always lurking, Manoa. It's not quite mountain climbing, but these steep slopes are exhausting enough. Did we pass Alphino? Oh, Alphino's there. These have the look of homes rather than graves, but 'twould seem long years have passed since anyone living resided here. Take a look at this crater. There is no wood, no trees, not even dried grass, and yet the ground still burns. This must be one of the scars left by Valigarmanda's rampage.
as told by the saga. The sky ruins, fires are described as eternal, flames that can be quenched by neither storm nor time. And here I thought it a literary embellishment. But now I've lost sight of Fuklamat. Proof is northwest along the main road, so hopefully she's still heading the right way. A world you cannot experience alone. Is that what her journey with the Dawn Servant showed her? Something that I too might find? Oh, that was the bunny girl. Because there was a bunny girl with... Inside the part... there was a bunny girl in the party of Galul Jaja. That was Erenville's mentor then. Longjaw. Oh no, it's over there. Is that a hunt mark? Is that why it died in one hit? I need to double check. Level 100. No wonder. Oh no. Okay, whew. Sneaky. Thought it was gonna be down there. What is that place? It's Wachun Pelo. Whoa. Yeah, I'm really glad they improved the draw distance. The world's always felt so small. At least I get a better sense of scale here. I mean, look at that. The story's gotta go to the top, right? There's no way we won't be able to go to the top. Maybe they're serving it for a raid, maybe? But I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up there. At some point in the story, but it looks impressive. The skybox and everything. It's a long road trip. We're at proof. Oh, so these are gravestones. Yo, once we actually unlock flight, can we fly up and down? Oh, right. The first also had elevations like this. Nice. I like how layered it is. Ah. So these are tombstones. Ah, you've come.
Wuklamat wins again. Looks like everyone is here now, so... Greetings, friend. Are you Gorfurlor?
No, I am not. The High Luminary did, however, task me with providing a lesson on sepulchres to those who came in search of him.
Sepulchres. Oh, so we were meant to find our way here after all. Are you to tell us who is buried here?
No one is buried here in the sense you mean. When a body has served its purpose, we consign it to the flames, then scatter its ashes across the peaks. Moreover, we do not conceive of death as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born in the hearts of all who know them. This is why we build our sepulchres before age or mishap claims us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicle for all eternity. This grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vestal ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me, even now. Up there stands my own sepulchre. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs, in the same manner my friend does in mine. Has it always been thus for your people? This conception of existence and death? Continue along this path to the indelible passage. Behold as history upon its walls, and you may find the answers to your questions.
Then that's what we'll do. Your traditions are fascinating, and I'd love to know more.
I thank you for allowing me to share them, for in doing so will I remain in your hearts also. Go now to the indelible passage. In its murals is the history of my people laid bare.
To not only be remembered, but to live on inside the hearts of others. If it's possible, then grandfather surely lives on inside mine. 'Tis a comforting thought. Look at these splendid murals. They appear to depict 4 different scenes. We'll probably get a close-up during the cutscene. I get the feeling they were expecting us. I've never spoken with a Yokui before, and had no idea they held such a philosophy on life and death. Stoic chronicler.
I've been waiting for you.
Buklamat. Hello. A fellow we met at Proof suggested that we come here.
Yes. The High Luminary commanded that I watch for your arrival. As the chroniclers of our people, it has ever been my family's duty to pass on the teachings of the murals from generation to generation.
They really are magnificent. And together they tell the tale of your people's history. They are the events which shaped us. I would share them with you ere we continue on your way. Please, we would love to hear all about it. Then I will begin. This first mural depicts a time more than 1100 years ago. An age of great prosperity for the Yok-Hui. Blessed with size and strength unmatched by other peoples, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Yok-Tural under their dominion. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze northwards, seeking to expand their territory and power. Here, we see the expedition to Saktural. Unable to cross the strait by ship, our forefathers set to building a bridge to the northern lands. A grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Zorgor the Boundless. We still make use of that bridge into Liolal for travel. I can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. Oh, sorry, that's Wuklaman. Zorgor the Boundless. We still make use of that village in Tuliolal for travel. I can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. But I've never heard of any Yok-Hui living in Saktural. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon the next mural, and behold the answer. The scene suggests that many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? A foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed forth into Saktural those 1,000 years ago, its soldiers were felled by disease. Ah, that sounds familiar. Some terrible illness. No virulent plague or newly arisen blight. For the local Tonawauta and Shetona, it was but a mild affliction of the sort that comes with the turning of the season. Common cold. They are taking influence here. But of course, the Tonawauta and Shetona, they're used to it. Not the invaders. What manifested for them as slight fevers and coughs, however, proved deadly to our people. Out of every 10 Yok-Hui who joined that northern campaign, 9 succumbed to the infection. Those who survived continue to suffer, finding it difficult to sire offspring. I've heard of this before. Lacking an inherited resistance, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to diseases a local might shrug off. These events might also have given rise to the practice of cremation, rather than the burial of mortal remains. This final mural depicts the return of our grieving brethren to Urkopacha. The reason they first left, when they had fought so long and pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. This undertaking began in ancient times, when our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unalike to us in appearance or custom. They feared invasion was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow. Yet as they fought on and on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster in Saktural and their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. The peace we envisioned had been ours for the taking all along. It was here, in the place which birthed us. Here, in the stones upon which we recorded our days. Here, in this tranquil life we had traded for conquest and conflict. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. And so we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of our people enlightening. I'm always glad to learn more about my fellow Turali, how you've lived until now, and how you wish to live from now on.
Then I believe you are ready to proceed. The High Luminary bids you meet him upon the summit of Warkor Zormor.
I had a feeling we'd end up scaling that big old mountain. Well, it's a feat worthy of the name. We are going up.
Follow the trail south of here to begin your ascent, but be wary. Beyond the entryway, the mountainside is home to ferocious beasts, both mundane and otherwise.
We'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the warning and the lesson. Finally, we know where we're going. To the top of Warkor Zormor.
Your genuine interest in our history is refreshing.
Lar Torto. No. Why do I keep pressing that? N. We're just after the ether current. Ooh, it's snowy. Sorrow. Where? Oh shoot! Where are they? Where are they? Ah! If I'd known we'd be climbing Warkor Zormor, I might not have raced up and down all those trails. My feet are killing me. This thin mountain air is going to be the death of me. What? How long have you been standing there? I was just taking in the scenery, is all. Oh, come on. We don't want to fall too far behind Alphino and the others. He's on fire. Oh, that must be like a claw mark of Valley Garmanda. It is a flint. I fear I won't be of much use to you as a guide past this point. Even in Tuliolal, there is precious little written about the secret peak of Warkor Zormor. Beyond whimsical poetry, that is. That might help us. The true size of a mountain is never more apparent than when you're standing right at its foot. I cast a rejuvenating spell on Wuklamat. Even our indomitable third promise is feeling the strain of these slopes. I hope we come across Bakul Jaja on our way to the summit. We still owe him for the troubles he cost us in Kozama Uka. You remember how the chronicler was saying that the more they fought, the further away they moved from their idea of peace. It occurs to me that if Zoral Ja is attempting the feat of proof, then he will have heard that same lesson. I can only hope that it's made him reconsider his own stance on educating people through war. The High Luminary, Wook Samat, gazes up at the summit of Warcore Zormor.
God, that is one tall mountain. And we're supposed to climb it?
Mm-hmm.
Farther. Gomar. Tuliorlu. Korogar.
Ah.
Do not expect to walk here unchallenged. Tell me, stunted ones, did those short legs bring you all the way from Tuliolal?
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit. You are a claimant in this right of succession.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
We found the old guard.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
We do not grovel before Golul, Jar Jar, like those shameless lapdogs. My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
Yay, more villains.
The giants have their own factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their gaze from our ancestors, from the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more. They are unworthy of bearing our legacy. I will reclaim the glory of our people.
You want to clear your throat first?
And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
Stop! I don't want to fight you!
Then die on your knees.
What in the... Huh?
Opportunistic vermin seek to feast on us, do you? Get down here. Your neck will be the first I snap this day.
Thank you, Big Bird. They seem to be... It seems to be targeting them. Why is it targeting them? Oh.
That's right.
I guess we're, you know, it's kind of like repeating history. With Glul Jaja intervening to help the conquerors. Well, I'm sure his pride is hurting.
Why do you help us?
I didn't put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening. I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
To what end?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends.
Uh-huh.
How is he?
He'll live. Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Woko Zormor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
We're leaving Alphino with these dudes?
This changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Then we climb. Gefurler is waiting.
Can we not split the party? I mean, sure, we're showing them love and kindness and acceptance and friendship, but why? I still wouldn't leave Alphino with these guys just threatened to behead us and conquer our lands and bring back the glory days. Like, will one act of kindness shake their faith and change their ways? And that's all good, well and good, but why are we leaving Alphino alone with them? Hi, Dewata. But hey, I'm liking this area. I like the zone. I was excited to start climbing this place, and we will be. We'll be climbing this place. Heck yeah! I just realized I'm only like level 93. I have a long way to go. It's gonna be a climb. The climb. Good feelings, I hope. Good feelings. Like what Dewata's art and writing does to people. Dewata is a very talented individual. Artist, author, tabletop RPG author, and contributor. And I know I keep mentioning it, but it's worth mentioning that in October, Confluence, the Living Archive, is a tabletop RPG that we are currently playtesting for its release tentatively, on BackerKit in October. Yeah, I like the rituals. I I like the journey up here talking about that. I'm still not sure. I'm still kind of mixed about this whole Vorpor lore scuffle. I like that it really shows Wuklamat's character. I like she said that she didn't even know what she was. It's just instinctive for her to protect people, to be a good, kind person, even against your enemies. So that is the point they were trying to show. But it's like, damn it, we're gonna leave Alphino against these dudes, with these dudes. They haven't even shown that they haven't attacked us yet. So maybe Wuklamat believes that they are considering a change of heart. I don't know. I will tend to this one's wounds. Go on ahead with the others. You have a lot of feelings about people that have moved on and left us, so I already felt that, yeah. And I also truly believed in... Our existence really is also made up of memories. Our proof that we lived is etched upon the hearts of people, in the things we write, the steps we leave behind, everything we touch, you know? Yeah, legacy and memories, same, Dewata. That's why by extension, whenever a story is like about fading dreams or fading memories, especially like with the elderly, Alzheimer's stories, like when they throw it into like a narrative adventure or something, and then like they're unable to achieve their dreams, they don't know what legacy they're going to leave behind, and then they start to forget, and then it's like, because like to forget is it's like to be forgotten is to no longer exist, and it's like terrifying, and it's sad. And also because my late grandmother also had Alzheimer's. I don't actually remember if she ever remembered us. But you know, whenever we used to visit, it would be like, she'd always ask, "Oh, who's this? Who's that? Oh, you have a son?" It's like always meeting each other for the first time. So yeah, like stories of that, like being remembered and all that, it is also hits close to home. When you got to the area, you were clear skies, and looking at the mountain gave me strange feelings of homesickness. Oh, being up in the mountains. Yeah. Well, I did not grow up in the mountains, but I love mountainous landscapes and snowy landscapes. So I can kind of imagine just that feeling of being in the right place, or having been there and experienced it. That's nice to hear. I'm glad you got nostalgic feelings and fuzzy feels from this zone. I was just taking time, like admiring the draw distance. Like, because I forget. I keep reading text. Sometimes I forget to just stop and smell the roses and realize they increase the draw distance. They're trying to make sure you feel like you are slowly ascending, rising. And then the scale of it, I saw like Wachunpelo was like this tiny, and that was the distance that we've gone. Like we've come so far, and that's also pretty cool. But yeah, glad you had a very fulfilling experience with that, and that's great. It's always great to hear when stories affect you. Oh, it's a dungeon? Okay.
I set out to kill Tuliolal's favorite daughter this day. To be aided by her instead was unexpected.
And I get the point of this whole scene. It is basically history repeating itself. Wuklamat, instead of, like back then, Gulul Jaja intervened and saved these conquerors from Valigarmanda, and they owed him a great debt.
I will not harm you or yours until this debt is repaid.
Okay, so there is an honor to him. He just, you know, he was raised in a certain way, but that sense of honor is something also that can be turned for the good. But yeah, that whole moment was basically like taking place right after the murals and him stepping in to fight their former to defend their former conquerors and save the world, essentially. I'm sure that left an impression on his people. So in some small way, again, Wuklamat, Kona, they are living up to their father's hopes and expectations, I hope. Yeah, I hope this dungeon is rad. I've been wanting to climb this since I saw it. And we were slowly inching towards it. And the weather was kind. The weather was kind. That's why, yeah, the distance, you saw a small player and watching fellow dashing about on their mount. I saw, like, a flying motorcycle just fly by me and go so far into it. And like, wait. Like, the scale, the largest scale I remember is flying up the side of the mountain, chasing hunts in the first. Where you know what I mean, right? That it's like an entire zone you fly up to get to the next level. The elevator, from Yulmore, yeah, from Yulmore, and then you fly up the elevator area, the grand elevator. Like that is the biggest flight experience, the biggest scale that I can imagine or remember from the previous world. But then like, what? There's no loading? Like it in an older zone, in a legacy zone, you can fly here in like seconds. But if I were to like calculate my flight speed from here to there, it'll take like a couple of minutes. But on the map, I'm so used to this being such a close distance. So I'm really happy that the world has opened up, and I'm trying to pay more attention now to the environment, because sometimes I forget, like, wait, we're high up? And you look down and you are high up. Anyway, thank you for coming in, Dewata. Always glad to have you here on the journey. This zone has been a very gentle experience so far. And I'm excited for this dungeon. You can enter the game code already ahead of time? Okay, I should do that. Before I forget. I have the email saved. While I didn't mind guarding Erenville on the river, I look forward to swinging a blade in the front lines this time. That bird must roost somewhere in the mountain. We'll need to be wary of the skies as well. We'll be seeing you soon, Gorfurlor. As I've said before, I'm no fighter. I'll follow from a distance and keep well out of your way. Erenville's a lover, not a fighter.
Let's get to it.
Let's give it our all. I won't let you down.
You won't, Kryl. You won't. Work or Zormor. Let's go. Ah! Warkor Zormor. Oh! Time to slaughter the local wildlife. As usual. Oh no, you need to work tonight. But you were able to prog a lot yesterday, right? Or even today, like earlier. Ruin's Wrath. Wuklamat. We've been climbing for ages, Alice, and we're barely halfway. The real climb starts from here. Well, I hope I can provide you with some nice work battle effects, I guess. I keep forgetting about my magic. I can use the magic. Empowered magic. You have to physically peel yourself away because you're at a rather interesting prog point. No! Well, beat those deadlines, Dawata. Glad to hear that the story gets interesting, though. Oh, some ambient conversation. Alice, look at all these crystals, Kryl. Evidence of how dense this ambient ether must be. Whoops, that's a... Oh, look at this. Do we have to kill it? What is that? Must be a snow spirit. Not that I've ever seen one. I guess we gotta kill it. Travelers on the mountain? How delightful! Do stay and play a while. Okay, that's kind of scary. Come to me, Snowkin. Join the fun. Huh? Oh, I get it. Fluffle up! Oh no, everything at once. Okay. It's frozen. Immunity! I messed up. That was cute. What were they saying? Wait for it, now freeze! Chilly! Icy! It froze its friends! They've stopped moving! This way! Brr, so cold! Icy! Come to me, Snow Queen, large and small! Big ones, little ones, the whole family is here! Look at them all! We can handle it! Icy! Kyahaha! Chilly! Brr, so cold! There better not be any more of those. I feel chilled to the bone. Oh, we got a cap. Offending. Surprise, surprise! Nothing for the Vieira. Let me watch Mikey Nice Resolution. I appreciate it, Owata. Damn it, Twitch. We should be 1080p. Again, I really appreciate you guys being here. Who's healing? Alice? Vercure? Yeah, she is healing. Can Red Mage actually fill in for a healer? Or does Alice have special healing buff? Probably special healing buff. Yeah. Whoa. Zoralja? Only pop in case of emergency, MO. Yeah, when do red mages actually do that? When do they actually need to use it for a cure?
You've caught up. Seems I've been toying too much with my prey. Bah, that was unintended. You'll have to find another path. Think of it as an added test of your resourcefulness. A test of your reflexes.
This won't stop us! Goodness, says Kryle. You don't even have it on their bars. But imagine the time you actually needed to use it. Like the healer was about to go down or something. Look at the mountains! Oh, I can't look at the mountains. Damn it. I just wanted to admire the scenery. Oops. Yeah, the terrain really looks more natural in this expansion. Nice. Super potion on your bar. Right, potions. I have a tincture of strength here I need to be weaving in, but I'm not optimal like Rachel. Whoa. Imagine, wow. Imagine if you had those for hiking. Oh, fluttering cloth? I rarely see that in this game. Super potion when you have used up all your mitts. Strength 10%. That's the bird that attacked the giants! Yes, and it doesn't look pleased to see us. Kahaderior. It does. They're like the improvements they did to the environment, while it's not major in the graphics, It's not like an overhaul or anything, but it does feel significantly more epic. The environments feel more alive, especially with the swaying foliage. Like that? The trees swaying? The flags fluttering like that? That's what I felt was lacking in the base game, the previous expansions. It felt like there was no wind. But it's such a subtle thing, but for a more than 10-year-old game, it's really refreshing. And of course, the lighting being better. Alright, let's go. Round 2. Huh? Oh. Ah, my confiteor went. Oh my god, I almost killed Wuklamat. Hello? Oh, we stacked. Right. My rotation's so broken. I don't know what to do. Oh, okay. Everyone's in charge of their own crystal. Okay. Went unbound again. Mitigate! See crystals, come on. TP has it, kill it. Okay. Whew. Did you see that? The spell came from the crystals. The shards are resonating with its magic. What kind of bird can do that? Ugh, getting hard to move. We're being crystallized. Is this how it hunts? Of all the things that I talk about, this is probably how it caches its prey. We did it! That was barely a challenge, says Wuklamat. Let's see if Alice can keep up. What the hell?
I'll handle the beast.
What is the range of Requias? 3. It's a melee attack. Blessing Feeny, welcome in! We're just going through this super awesome dungeon in Endwalker, continuing the main story. Fun new mechanics. Yep. So far I'm liking this dungeon. It looks good. Music's nice. The mechanics are just right. What the? Wait, what? Oh, the stats. 186. Yeah, no more Diadocos. Bye, Diadocos. We are above the sea of clouds. Better watch your step then. Great sunken gods, we're so high up. Oh no, they're down there! No wonder why they didn't heal. That's my bad. you. Are you who we were looking for?
Gore Forlor, Dawn's Elector.
Combat trial it is then.
I am Gur Fulur, Elector of the Dawn Servant. Prepare to be tested.
Punts us off the mountain. So that's the High Luminary. He's huge. If it's a fight he wants, then let's give it to him.
Prove you are worthy to rule.
Feel the weight of history carved in stone.
Chronicles of it. Recount the fury of erupting beasts.
Uh-oh.
Chronicles of it. Return the hunger of roiling waters. I will take the measure of your resolve. Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
Oh. Oh, you don't have to walk around. Just stay on your quadrant.
That you should endure my fury. Chronicles of Hell, record the cruelty of merciless storms.
Stonework. Fire. Yes. Three. Giving Haymaker. One, two, Almost there, guys. Wind. Alright, we got this. Yay! Well, that is fun. Was it to the death? Oh. We're happy questing again. And Walker was all sad. Nod. Grim look. Sad. Hey, we leveled up. We got Melee Mastery 2. And something. Thank you for the posture check, Zan. Thank you for the care package. What did we get? Guardian. Reduces damage taken by 40%? This was from 30%, so we get 10% more damage mitigation. Our melee also got stronger. Fight or flight. Level 2? What? Oh yeah, we get it level 2. Royal Authority, Rage of... We got a melee upgrade. What was that? Where are our passives? Here we go, here we go. Guardian. Reduces damage taken by 40%. Erects a magic barrier which nullifies damage equivalent to a heal of 1000 potency. So it's also a shield. Deals unexpected damage. No, this is the Confiteor combo. You lose the effect of Divine Might, Events, Radiata. I don't know. We got a second one. We got like a combat upgrade. But this is cool. Sparkly Shield. Damage taken is reduced and magic barriers nullifying damage. Alright, I gotta use the bathroom really quick, chat. BRB. Alright, we're back. I should probably work on that. I should add that BRB screen that plays clips. I think we have enough clips that might be entertaining to watch. I need to Google this. Just a sec. New paladin skills. Paladin job changes and updates. Level 94, Enhanced Rampart. Melee Mastery 2. Slight potency increases to most damaging GCDs. So just a damage boost overall. But I wish it... I just don't know where to find. It's not roll. Traits. There we go. Traits. It's a trait. There. It's under traits. We got Sentinel Mastery. Sentinel to Guardian. So that is 92. Enhanced Rampart. Adds an additional effect to Rampart that increases HP recovery via healing actions on self. So I put on Rampart as a main thing if I'm being healed. Or when I'm tank buster, you can double up Rampart and then Guardian maybe. So you have a barrier and a bonus to healing because you will be healed. So I can save like these two for tank busters. And then the potency of Fast Blade. Riot Blade, Royal Authority, Holy Spirit, Atonement, Supplication. Pretty much almost everything. Everyone's 1, 2, 3's got boosted. That's good. That was some fight. Papa knows how to pick his selectors. Carved histories. Aw, Kryl. I think I did well considering our opponent. You did, Kryl. You did. Sorry, carved histories recreated through magic. It's an interesting fighting style. Do you see anything? Well fought.
Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gur-Fulur.
Gur-Fulur.
To my people and chosen elector of the Dawn Servant.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokui were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
It's like the Krogan.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokhui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shak Tural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Oh. Round 2 for them.
Another claimant I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Good luck.
Here and now, I think he means.
Oh, just like that. We don't get to see a cool thing. Oh well. Oh! Orange is tired.
Well fought, second promise.
Too bad we didn't get to see a snippet.
Your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Candy.
Three to go.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Yeah, we were probably munching on pizza, the pizza that you gave us, and the meat as well. And probably cheering them, go Thancred! Orianche, why aren't you healing?
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
It's just his name. It's like it sounds like it sounds like something bad in Tagalog. We see Bakul Jaja. So, I don't know, man. It just sounds like an insult. I'm sorry. But it's this guy, he's a villain, okay? So, like, we can dunk on the villain.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve.
Yeah, what the hell is he trying to do? Steal the stones, sure, but...
On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warcore Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes. It is a place of great significance.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Varigarmanda
Look at the distance.
brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Dude, fighting in this atmosphere must have been so trying.
Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Out with it, Sarilja.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Cute.
Right. Sorry.
It's a nice shot.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Varigarmanda, your fathers included.
Yeah, when it's cutscene time, for sure, like, they have gotten better over the course of the expansions. It's just the everything in between that, I don't know, for some reason or another, they just decided to stick with. I guess it's faster to already have formulas for, like, angles and movements for the basic dialogue, talking heads parts. But for cutscenes like this, I do appreciate the cinematography that goes into it. But I know it's too much to ask also for everything else in between, like all the dialogue in between. I would have liked coverage or better camera angles and use of different lenses, but you know, that's just me. Yeah, for ease and the amount of content they'd have to work through. And honestly, I think most people probably don't really mind as much as I do. Like, I'm just a personal fan of coverage and dialogue, which helps immerse myself in the scene. Yeah, and it's probably also a relic of that. Like, to mess with the camera angles already in place, it's like they might destroy the code. So, all right, we're gonna use like template 1, where it's a 2-shot of them walking, looking at each other, and then template 2 of the exit shot, where you know, it tilts up into the sky. Yeah. Yo, Space Pulp! Welcome in. So, we're trying to catch up to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're going hard on this. So, every stream will be dedicated. I think I'm convinced every stream will be dedicated to Final Fantasy XIV until I am done with Dawntrail. You can see some fan would say something like it. Yeah, I guess. But it's not make or break, right? But it does leave an impression on people who are not used to this being an MMO. Like, they'll see it and then they might like, people already have asked, or people have already commented about, like, why does the dialogue look so stiff? The animations, why are the shots so awkward? But that's really just those shots have existed since the beginning of the game, and they're templates that they're playing around with for the generic dialogue. It's these cutscenes you see, the important ones, especially the voiced ones, that they flex their cinematography and visual storytelling. So they were talking about, upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monsters of Valley Garmanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram.
Oh!
Navigator of
Oh, nice.
Enchanted
It's his party. And Erenville's mentor, the bunny girl.
The Laminsan explorer. Does this mean he joined Galul Jaja on his travels?
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
What did he say? Kafkia?
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokwi. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
Oh yeah, Sembrick is over. I saw like back to school promos then. Hope school has been treating you well. No, Zarulja.
Thinking, which allowed him to trap Valley Garmanda within its own ice magics.
Yeah, he had reason. Don't forget that.
Martial skill and clever thinking.
Sounds like two people we know here.
I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
A bit of FF14 history, they used to actually have really dynamic camera angles and mocap, but it was so costly and it took a toll on their engine so hard, a lot of things either crashed or did not work. That's on top of the notorious high poly count flowers. The 1.0 flowers look really nice. But it was just too much too soon. It wasn't the right time. It was PlayStation 3 era. But yeah, 1.0, almost all their cutscenes I noticed in 1.0 were, I'm gonna call these premium cutscenes. So these are premium cutscenes where it goes like this, where there's like a black bar for your dialogue, the coverage, the different angles, especially voice acting. So there's premium and super premium. There are also well shot and overall well captured cinematics, but they're not voiced. So that's premium, and like this is like super premium, where they invest most of their budget in the important moments. So like I like these, and I live for these moments and all that. And after how many expansions, we just got used to the clunkiness of it. But at least they got a handle of it. This is an old engine, but the stories they're still able to tell with it, at least it's still fun. At least it's still fun to play. And now, like, they did a little stealth segment. Like, I usually hate the stealth. You know, I love stealth, but I hate the tailing missions in Assassin's Creed, where you're supposed to tail a target, remain hidden, don't stay too far, don't stay too near. Sometimes you turn around and you have to follow them throughout the city. There were too many of that in Assassin's Creed that I got annoyed by that quest template. So when they did it here, I was kind of worried. But then it's like, it was refreshing because you realize they don't really revolutionize, they iterate. Like their writing, it has to remain strong because the rest of the game is iterated upon. It's not like, look at this amazing new stealth mechanic where it's like real-time stealth. No, it's kind of, they just add a bit. There was like line of sight. It was nice to, it wasn't too difficult. It was just right. And you still got a bit of story and dialogue from it. So little things like that. And the visual novel segments where, okay, let's point and click adventure segments where click on this to learn more. It's like I like those things as well. Give a straight answer or indirect guidance. Sorry, I didn't. Okay, what will you say? Wuklamat was saying, what did I inherit? You have his love for peace. What else defines your father aside from strength and knowledge? You know, the answer has to come from Wuklamat at some point. So let's try to be like, what else defines your father aside from strength and knowledge, young grasshopper? She did call us her mentor at some point.
What else defines him? Oh, of course.
To render every skill. They were ambitious, but too ambitious for PlayStation 3. I like the one, that's why 1.0, like remember Ulda? I don't know if you saw the Ulda, the early sequences, the early cutscenes in Ulda. It was like a full-blown Final Fantasy game.
Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me.
Oh, there. She arrived at her own answer.
And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built.
But of course, the sheltered, naive girl, she can't do it alone. And she's not gonna do it alone, right? Ah! Global warming has come for us!
What in the hells was that?
Is Bakul Jaja melting the ice?
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately.
Sorry, I was gonna... Uy, tangin na si Bakul Jaja. Anong ginagawa niya? I'm sorry, I just... I don't... Alright. Look, I'm doing it because he's the villain, okay? I hate him. So I'll make fun of him. Yeah, I'll be petty like that. You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately.
Valigarmanda has broken free.
Well, shit.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
I was thinking about... I cannot, like...
Valigarmanda is free.
Like the Tagalog redeem for 1 minute. Oh my god. I mean, I'll consider it. I'm very insecure about it, but it might be for some entertainment. It's funny because...
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
Okay, that's why he was late. These idiots decided to unleash Valigarmanda. He really is an idiot. I mean, what did I expect? But yeah, it's like, what's weird is, it's not like I don't know how to speak, and I do understand Tagalog, but on demand, like I realize when people say, hey, show us, speak, or show us, like if it's a performance thing, I just kind of lose everything. Like I just don't know what to say anymore. But then in a casual conversation and stuff, I can still keep up. But then like when they say, uy, mag-Tagalog na nga. And then it's just gone. Oh my god, see, it's just, I choked there. See, it's just, I can't. It's probably the insecurities and the trauma of me like growing up with the insecurity of my not being able to handle, not being comfortable with my own, one of my local languages, right? Sarilja. Oh my god, this guy. You know, I hate this guy more than Bakuljaja. Sorry, I thought I swore in Tagalog, but it's just Bakuljaja. I hate this guy more than Bakuljaja because he knows what he's doing. Bakuljaja and Sarilja, it's just whatever. They're just messed up. Like, I don't really give a shit about them. But this guy is like, how fortuitous. Like he's some mastermind or some shit. But I do appreciate you guys having fun with it. Like, I don't mind you guys having fun at my expense. Uy, teka, parinig ng Mikey Tagalog. Just got here, he. Oh, musta tofu? From calling him Jakul Jaja. No, dude, when I started like thinking like, oh, si Bakul Jaja, oh, and like the villain like making fun of him, I already immediately thought of like Ponder speak. Like, if and when Ponder gets to this point, I know Ponder's like lurking for spoilers, but I mean, I will hold on to that moment. If and when Ponder meets Bakul Jaja for the first time. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't think he knows who Bakul Jaja is, but I'd like to see like his initial reaction to it, right? How fortuitous. Sorry, like I totally lost focus. Welcome in, Tofu. We just got another keystone. These guys most likely, like for context, these guys most likely just unleashed a world-ending terror just to win a competition, which isn't even a competition in the first place because we were told the truth of it. It's more to cultivate leaders, and the current leader has final say. It's not whoever wins this contest becomes a leader. That's the official word, but it's not the case. But these guys are willing to end the world to get ahead. It's idiots. How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals. Wouldn't you want to test yourself, Sarilja? Wouldn't you want to be like your father and take down Valigarmanda? No? I'm surprised. I thought he would have wanted to be like, I will prove my strength. Just like my father, I will take down Valigarmanda. Southeast. Oh, sorry. I think I missed something. Ikaw mong baso. I definitely sound good. Thank you, Diwata. That really means a lot to me. I mean, I was always... People would always make fun of me when I would speak in Tagalog, right? And I do have an accent. I don't have a perfect handle of it. It is what it is, you know? Thank you for streaming. Thank you for being here, Zen. For a second, I thought, thank you for streaming, Zen. No, thank you for being here, Zen. Again, take care at school. Stay in school, okay? Make the most out of it. Did I tell you about how you can find Alpha in front of Hawk Manor? Oh, a legit Alpha sighting? I thought this is Alpha, but it's just the merch that Jesse was talking about. They finally made Alpha merch. So, actually, yeah. Is that I'm pretty sure that's a little Easter egg they apply. Like, we know that they've been doing. An Easter egg they've been doing. So, Alpha's... Where are the different Alpha sightings? So, is it one of those things where he moves around? And like, this patch he is in... Alright, we have an ad break in progress coming soon. I'll just do that care package and... Several different alpha sightings. That's cool, that's cool. Alamico, and then now Hawk Manor. I should probably look for a thread. Like compiled sightings. Wait a minute. Is that new? Or is it no? I think it's always been there. The scars Valley Garmanda left on the land. It looks so menacing in the evening. Like that has been burning for 80 years. That's probably just like one slash. Claw marks. It's so cute because the animation is that he's charging into the manor looking angry. Oh no. You can also find him in Mordona in the kitchens. Wait, sometimes? Like, they didn't just put an alpha model around the world. They actually move and remove him at times. That's a fun little thing. It's random? Oh, okay. That's a nice little Easter egg. So you never know, like, oh, Alpha's here. That's kind of nice because that is where we left Alpha's story, right? He's having his own Chocobo adventure. Basically, a standalone Alpha game. They take screenshots. Oh, okay. Right, he has a little Omega with him. Oh, man. That's nice. Yeah, this isn't the real Alpha. But I pet it anyway. Okay, Ether Current. Let's do that. Well, during the ad break, I forgot. That's why we're here. This is like giving me like Souls-like vibes. East. Oh. When we eventually get back to Elden Ring, Tofu, I regret leaving Egon on a defeat, but my goal for the Elden Ring DLC is to avenge Egon. When you're done with your Dawntrail adventure, you should go back to Endwalker, see if you can still do the Omega side quest. Oh, okay, yeah, you mentioned the side quests. Oh, this is definitely a curse you, Bale. What's another famous line that people are memeing on? Behold, a true Drake warrior, and I, Egon. It's like, oh my god, this guy. It's like this voice actor had like a few lines to deliver, and he delivered the whole DLC. My god. Hey, we got all the ether currents. Yeah, and we're gonna die so many times defeating Bale, trying to defeat Bale, but I'm never gonna get tired of his curse you, Bale. Like, in Sekiro, it was, my name is... I don't even remember his name. That's all I remember. I die. You go back. My name is... does he say his whole name? Like in the English dub, does he say his whole name? There's definitely a spot closer to those slashes that give you curse you, Bale. And you can go closer to the slashes? Awesome. And that's what I like about the current world design. Previous regions were look only, no touch. But we can actually fly closer to those scars in the world. That's awesome.
Kyobu Masataka Oniwa.
And I don't know, bunch of titles. Good, you're back. There is much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden urgent surge in ether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray catch your breath, and then lend a hand where you can. You may now enter Warcores or more. Oh, sorry, we just finished the quest. An echo of madness. Alphino would enlist your aid in checking on the injured Yokoi. I sense a surge in the ether. That's with the shattering memories, right? I was so sad doing that for the first time. Again, we were just talking about how we're very sentimental about memories and the loss of it, right? So it's like, oh, Gaia. Oh, it's a Tancred fight. Okay. If you are ready, there are many injured here who would need aid. Should you find anyone pass out from their wounds, I ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whomever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to the people's huts. And you have to go to the edges of the arena to find him before he dashes. Ah, yes, yeah. I know that Thancred. This is what Rin imagines Thancred to be. I remember like, oh. Hey, welcome back, Vanoa. Guess what? Remember global warming? Someone, and I'm pretty sure it'll be no surprise once you find out who that someone is. That someone just unleashed global warming instantly to get ahead of the competition. That's why the music is like, oh no, crisis music. So yeah, possible end of the world, no biggie.
You, the dear Promise's protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. What happened to us?
Aww. I can't get over how Kryl can fit inside one of their mugs. There, that should help. Rest a while and you'll be back on your feet in no time.
Orionje says fire ether pervades the entire village. What happened here? Many of the villagers sustained burns, but the fire found no purchase in these stone buildings. A small mercy.
It was so late at night, so you decided to wind down just as the crisis music happened. Yeah, it's like, hey, even warriors of light need their rest, Dewata. You're feeling tired? Can't say the day today? Wind down with some crafting. They're gonna be here until you get back. Zerfurlar. Groan.
Everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony. Yet I will live. Leave me. There are others in more dire need of help.
The touch of cloth is agony?
We are fortunate indeed that you and your companions have come.
Yeah, it's like, I'm tired. Teleport back. Side quest, get your jobs to level 90, do Viper job quests, and then come back. Does the alpaca keep say anything? No. Who would have guessed that competition for the royal candidate with little limitations till the very end can lead to something bad? Who would have thought? But this is all according to Papa's plan. It will bring out the worst in people, but it'll also bring out the best. But maybe he didn't expect the utter idiocy of unleashing Valigarmanda onto the world. Like, so I'm just looking for the NPCs. I like getting their dialogue, which is why we're taking a while in progression, but I like finding these snippets of dialogue. You know, the writers work so hard. We're only doing this once. I want to get as much dialogue as we can get. Once we treated the wounded, I'll have everyone meet at the spot where we were talking earlier. Touch of Cloth is agony because remember Valigarmanda's virus burns eternal. So anything that it burns will also continue to be hot. Oh, right. The unquenchable flames.
My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat, it's as if all the moisture has left my body. That strangers from across the salt should be the ones to aid us.
Yeah, sometimes I can't find them, then I just move on. But, oh, Erinville. It's nice that they're talking to the people that they initially talked to in the previous quest. So it kind of implies that, okay, one, maybe the developers just updated them for the next quest. But it also narratively implies that maybe they made a friend with this guy. So that's why Cryo was helping those two people who were drinking. Because in the previous quest, she was, I assume, like helping them out.
This is Charlene Restorative Potion. Drink it slowly.
Erinville, ever prepared. Always prepared. What a Boy Scout. Or, well, Bunny Scout. They're quite literally the boy and Girl Scouts for yours. Yeah. Actually. Now that you mention it, yeah. I wonder if they get merit badges for the stuff they collect.
I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then. That is well.
Oh, we didn't find Wuklamat.
We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by that mountain bird, the group's leader, Vorporlor, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether. He sensed I sense a surge in the ether, and returned to find Warlar's echo in this state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Valigarmanda had broken free. Thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're gonna need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard and see what's become of the Sky Ruins prison. Yo, what if this is just all a prank? You know, maybe it's just a prank.
If so, then Bakul Jaja delayed us well. Whatever answers exist await us. Whatever answers exist await us inside the temple. The High Luminary will have returned by now. Hopefully he's found out more than we have. They did say the prison was beginning to fail, but I felt certain it would hold for another few years at least. Was I mistaken? We need to find out exactly what's going on. I would be glad to learn that this was also a misunderstanding. A futile hope by the looks of things.
The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within.
Okay, is it joke time?
What happened?
Okay, it's not a joke.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
This is the first echo. Our first echo, right? For this current expansion.
Ah, a claimant.
Oh. And here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You stayed in
Concern.
right up until the day I needed you.
I bet the Temple Keeper is like major concern.
It is as they say. Gulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
Stop him? Stop him now?
You mustn't!
That's all he did? Okay.
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
Good morning.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne!
Cause I'm Bakul Jaja, and I'm gonna be the next Dawn servant.
Calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Live up to your legend.
Maybe we should tell him already that he has no chance of becoming Dawn servant. Because it's not about the contest. Maybe telling him would save... what?
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
If we leave the Vidral to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valiarmanda.
Yeah, we were zoning out.
Enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance.
Don't worry, Uklamat. We just need to get the full party. We have 8 people with Thancred.
Outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
As if you had to ask. This is the kind of challenge I live for. Sounds too much like Xenos. I think they're still trying to please Xenos simps. Because you can say that you're like Xenos.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Proud best friend. Yeah, we add these 3, then we have a full party.
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
They're not gonna help?
If you're resolved to slay Valikarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
We could have been an 8-man for the raid.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Oh, Sunny. Should a claimant reckless enough to free the Sky Ruin become Dawn servant, what would become of Tuliolal? That fiend Bakul Jaja. He's rotten through and through. There's nothing blessed about him. 2 casters releasing spells of fire at the exact same moment. A feat impossible for any but a 2-headed Mamulja. When I said I would take on the duties of a guide, that did not include the tracking of an ancient and terrible Tural Vidral. Still, we can't leave Aligarmanda free to ravage the land. So, Erenville, any ideas on how we can track Valigarmanda? Oops. The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the Sky Ruins' whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Tural Vidral of extraordinary nature, Valigarmanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. What? The stuff this Boy Scout picks up. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy, it's an ether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the ether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? I can calibrate it to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valigarmanda, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, and lightning. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valigarmanda from its icy imprisonment, Bakul Jaja cast spells which quickened its fire-aspected ether. And the residents here were uniformly afflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that, upon breaking free, Valigarmanda unleashed a great fiery blast. And then the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we were not able to input our quarry's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire-aspected ether. So, we have the reliable, yet slow, method of information gathering versus the potentially swift, but easily misled Gleaner tool. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Karen, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. Yeah, we'll beat the shit out of it. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokui. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valigarmanda. I should like to be close at hand should their conditions suddenly worsen. My god, imagine feeling like you're burning for the rest of your life. Right, it sounds like we all have work to do. Boop, boop. We should be in our way as well. The Zidane outfit looks... I guess it's okay on an Elezen. I never seen it on an Elezen. Oh. Please specify desired ethereal aspect. It talks. Keep forgetting this. Pointing the way. Erenville is ready to send his ether-seeking device in pursuit of Eligarmanda. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the seeker to detect fire-aspected ether. A random Viera came up to you and gave you a Dust Bunny minion. Aww. These kind random players. Also, the female Hrothgar I'm seeing dressed so well. It's like every outfit I see in the female Hrothgar in look pretty good on them. And chocolate Spriggans? That is adorable. I feel like you told us this story before. I think, didn't someone also randomly give you minions before? Or was that Lamia? Like they were just randomly MSQing and then some random passerby gave them minions. Sensor set to detect ethereal aspect fire. It's a second time. Oh, is it the same person? What if it's the same person? Randomly also gave you 100k gil. You are truly a blessed warrior of light. Right, the Seeker is ready to go. Warlord's Echo is still fused with the Siruan's residual ether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Once you choose to depart, Erenville will accompany you. The Ether Seeker will then begin leading you onwards. Follow the Ether Seeker to its destination without falling behind. Follow. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of fire-aspected ether. Don't look at me, the Seeker's pointing that way. Does it stop for us? No. When you Fantasia into an aura, a couple of cat girls suddenly started talking to you and calling me cute. I think I remember that story, Duwata. What is going on? They must send something through the ether. Because I never have any random encounters. I have not had that random encounter like that since I started the game. Like, I don't remember any funny encounters like that. It has been a single-player RPG through and through, save for the times the FC mates jumped in to help us through questing. I hope you continue to have more funny encounters. They're fun stories to tell and listen to. Source of fire-aspected ether located. Tracking disengaged. You got adopted by 2 Aura boyfriends on a fishing voyage? Wow. You should write these stories down. They could definitely be part of your RP story. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. Oh. Would you mind dealing with that fire sprite? It'll continue to confuse the Seeker if we leave it be. Okay. Murder the wildlife again. You'll have to snuff out that sprite before we can resume tracking. Take care you're not burned in the process. Please specify desired ethereal aspect. Going on the ocean voyage, you had seen them twice already and waved hello. And once someone emotes to you, you must emote back. Then they invited you to the party and you started talking and you went on 2 more ocean fishing boats together. Man, fishing, like the crafting jobs, bringing people together. That's so wholesome. I should do Goring Blade before the Confiteor combo. It's damage over time. Are you still in touch with these two people? Like, do you still go on fishing adventures together? A necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Affirmative, tracking nearest source of fire respected ether. Maybe we need to modify that ether seeker to just ignore certain results so we don't have to murder everything. Again, this look at that. The draw distance hugely improved. I just love the, you know, the misty snowy mountains in the distance, that kind of effect. Makes things look so epic. You haven't seen them online in a while. Oh, hopefully they come back for Dawntrail. Oh, I know one super random encounter, and you already heard about this. I totally forgot about this person. Remember the time-traveling elegant cat girl princess who RP'd so hard that they defined my own story for me without my consent, and then went on to drag. And I don't know why I didn't refuse further RP encounters, but as Dove Taylor said, I wonder. Sometimes I wonder what happened to that time-traveling cat girl princess. Sorry, elegant cat girl princess. Who seems to be like related to every important character in the world and happened to have stories with every important character in the world, and my character happened to be there during her most dire moments and helped her somehow or whatever. I don't know. I honestly, it was a guilty pleasure. I did have fun with that. I just did not have fun when they were role playing during a dungeon and getting us killed. Like, if it wasn't for that, it's like it's just like it's like a guilty pleasure to just roll with it. But I didn't like the dungeon experience. That backstory is made to be shipped to Graha. Most like, I don't remember who their love interest was. It probably was Garaha, or I think it was Garaha's child. I think she's Garaha's child, but then she time traveled or something, and then I don't know. But I don't think she's ever appeared on my friend list again, or she changed her name. Source of fire, but see, like it is. Yes, it was a guilty pleasure, but a part of me was also like, this person seems to be so passionate about the story that they're telling. You know, it's not really a bother to me, and I'm not doing anything else. I'm still having fun in a way. So I let them talk and listen and maybe chime in once in a while and see where the story goes and see if there's anything that, you know, fulfills them in some way. But then after the dungeon encounter with Lamia, it's like, nope. Let's not. Source of fire respected ether located. Thank you for the lurk, Panwa. Okay. Aaronville, just remove it from your assaults. We need to upgrade this hand. Frightening enough, but again, not what we are looking for. If you would be so kind to murder this thing, sure. We look concerned. As I said, the Seeker method is not without its faults. Once it locks onto a source, it'll follow it forever. Okay. Please specify desired ethereal aspect. Molten Phobad. You are so bad. Boom! Big sword. My thanks. I'd ask if it gave you any trouble, but considering who I am talking to... Seeker, resume tracking. And do try to point out something useful this time. Affirmative, resuming tracking. Don't look at me, Seeker's pointing that way. Yeah, these random encounters, if you collate them all, they sound like great in-game tavern stories you would tell. Like if your characters would meet for drinks at the tavern or in Limsa Luminsa or something, those are like the kind of stories you tell. Oh, the crater. Source of fire respected ether located. Tracking disengaged. Oh, it's this thing Aaronville was looking at. We could get the unique ethereal signature from this. Ah, another remnant of Valigarmanda's last rampage. The crater's flames registered to the Seeker as corporeal ether. In the words of the Tuliolal saga, when Valigarmanda rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was a Dawn Servant able to turn the Skyruin's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. Nice. Sample analyzed, recalibrating sensors. There. Now the Seeker should ignore any etheric signature but Valigarmanda's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey, as a gleaner and as a guide. He gives us maple teriyaki. The Sky Ruin. Aaronville is ready to resume tracking Valigarmanda. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to Valigarmanda's ether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative. Resuming tracking. Beep. Sample ethereal signature detected. Engaging accelerated pursuit mode. Zoom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I haven't seen those in a while. Naryorador. Source of ethereal signature located. Tracking disengaged. Good. The Seeker was drawn directly to the Skyruin's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for its ethereal aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. That should direct us to the Tural Vidral itself. Recalibrating sensors, resuming tracking. Dun, dun, dun. Dude, sorry, this reminds me of... I think we all noticed this in Endwalker. That time, like, danger music was playing for like 10 quests in old Charlea. It's like, this music is stressing me out. And you're doing like fetch quests back and forth for like hours. And it's always like this. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Like, I mean, I know we could have disabled it, but it might change, right? Yeah, this is more subtle. I don't remember exactly what it was in Endwalker, but I remember it being, okay, this is overplayed. Oh. Oh, it is the main theme. Okay. We were getting ready for the departure. Okay, yeah. I wonder if they adjusted that. Ethereal signature detected ahead. I think we'd notice if Aligarmanda was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. Yeah, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it is a minor issue. Heck, apparently a lot of people play without music. Etheric signature lost. What? How? Did it turn into ice? Oh no. Kinda adorable.
The trail ends here, it seems. Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
This infiltration music.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vitral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop!
Are you gonna help us?
That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
He still hasn't cleared his throat.
Sorry, it is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question.
Uh-oh.
Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
Rude.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them?
Oh, okay. They did come after all.
The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes.
With
our
our
forces combined.
Yeah, there we go.
Number 7.
It is fate.
7 weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Can you owe us? Can we just? Ah, so he does want to test this metal.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Yeah, there's no way he would pass us up this opportunity.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead.
A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of this Tural Vidral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Uh-oh. We're talking to the wrong guy.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
Yeah, naive to a fault, I guess. Everyone has a fault anyway. Each claimant.
She saved me.
Oh.
From the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone.
Oh.
Words of stone.
So they are gonna change.
We are still in her debt. This is true.
He just forgot.
Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Sure.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.